Welcome to AU Core 101, your introduction to the Australian Core FHIR Implementation Guide. I'm Steve Swinsberg, a FHIR Solution Architect at Sparked, Australia's first FHIR accelerator. In this video, we'll break down why AU Core matters, what AU Core is, what's in AU Core, how AU Core is being developed, how you can get more info, and how you can get involved. Let's dive in. AU Core is the foundation of Australia's digital health standards, enabling healthcare systems to connect, share data, and improve patient outcomes. Built on the international FHIR R4 standard, AU Core ensures that health information is structured, interoperable, and aligned with Australian regulations. By adopting AU Core, developers, clinicians, and healthcare providers can create interoperable digital health solutions that work across different systems. AU Core is an interoperability standard that defines how FHIR should be implemented in Australia. It establishes foundational requirements to ensure consistent data exchange between healthcare systems by addressing key aspects such as the data model and the RESTful API. AU Core builds on AU Base, which defines local concepts, including identifiers and terminology needed for use in an Australian context. AU Core takes these definitions from AU Base and applies them in a clinical context, introducing more specific requirements and constraints to ensure interoperability within and across healthcare organisations. Essentially, AU Core is the next step, tailoring FHIR for real-world use in the Australian healthcare system. And this is wrapped up into the AU Core Implementation Guide, or IG as we call it. So let's get into AU Core. AU Core has several features that together define how FHIR should be used in Australia. We have our data model, the FHIR resources and profiles. We have a RESTful API, which outlines the interactions you can make on the FHIR resources. Also defined are value sets and terminology. And finally, we have support obligations defined for those implementing AU Core. Now, let's take a closer look at each of these. A key part of AU Core is the data model, and these are the FHIR resources and profiles, which define how core health data, such as patients, providers, observations, medications, and allergies, should all be structured. AU Core builds on FHIR R4, the international standard for healthcare data exchange, and applies Australian-specific requirements to ensure consistency across local systems. These AU Core profiles ensure that all healthcare systems are speaking the same language when exchanging information. Next is the RESTful API, which define how applications request and retrieve FHIR data. This ensures that FHIR servers and clients in Australia follow a consistent approach in exchanging data. AU Core also specifies the terminology for data elements. This means that standardised coding systems are used for clinical concepts like medications and allergies, that terminology is aligned with Australian requirements, including sets from SNOMED CT-AU, and ensures data consistency across healthcare systems. This standardisation is essential for clinical decision support, analytics, and interoperability. AU Core also outlines support obligations, which set expectations for implementers of the FHIR profiles. This includes what resources and operations must be supported and which elements must also be supported. By defining these implementation expectations, AU Core ensures that systems work together smoothly. So how is AU Core being developed? AU Core is being developed as part of the Sparked HL7AU FHIR Accelerator, a community-driven initiative that brings together a diverse range of stakeholders to collaboratively shape Australia's national FHIR standards. Together, Sparked is accelerating the development and adoption of national FHIR standards across Australia. AU Core is being developed alongside AUCDI, the Australian Core Data for Interoperability. AUCDI is clinically focused and defines the key data requirements needed to standardise how health data is captured, structured, used and exchanged. Importantly, AUCDI provides the foundation for the clinical data requirements of AU Core, ensuring that the FHIR standards we develop are clinically relevant and aligned with real-world healthcare needs. So how can you get involved? Beyond development, AU Core is actively tested and refined through an open, collaborative process led by the Sparked AU Core Technical Design Group. We offer multiple ways to participate. We have fortnightly calls where everyone can provide feedback and help refine the standard. We hold regular in-person workshops featuring deep dive discussions and interactive collaboration sessions. We also run quarterly connectathons and targeted test events that offer practical opportunities to test interoperability in real-world scenarios. So whether you're a clinician, a developer, or a healthcare thought leader, AU Core is paving the way for a smarter, more integrated future in Australian healthcare. To learn more and get involved, register for Sparked at sparked.csiro.au. You can also scan the QR code on your screen to visit the AU Core Implementation Guide, where you'll find everything you need to get started.